everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about a video game system that is not reading game cartridges properly or not reading game cartridges at all whatsoever completely. The specific system that I'll be talking about is the Nintendo 64, and these are some easy fixes in a step-by-step tutorial. Let's get right into the video tutorial. I'll be going over 7 super easy fixes so that hopefully you can get your N64 to read game cartridges again and work properly. Let's get into this. I'm going to go through these quickly, so take notes, try them out at home, these fixes, and hopefully one of them works for you. Number 1, the first one on the list is the most common fix that works almost every single time, which is to blow into the game cartridge itself. Now, don't blow with saliva, just blow with your air and your wind. Just go like this. What that's going to do is that's going to sort of clean all of the connectors on the cartridge, and it's going to blow off any dirt, dust, or debris that's caught on there that might be affecting the ability for the system to read the cartridge. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to actually blow into the system slot for the game cartridge. So right here, there's these flaps which do protect it from dust, but the dust on the cartridge can go into the system slot when you plug the game in, when you seat the game in the system. So just fold those down to open up that opening and expose that, and do the same thing with that. Now, here's the thing. There's no indication with the Nintendo 64 when you turn it on that it's actually working if it's not reading a game cartridge or if there's no game cartridge in it. So essentially, if I turn this on and it's connected to the TV and there's no game cartridge here, nothing will be displayed on the screen. And even if there is a game cartridge in there, but it's not reading the game cartridge, nothing's displayed on the screen. So it makes it a little bit harder to troubleshoot. But by blowing into the system and the game cartridge, the system slot and the game cartridge opening, you're gonna sort of rule out any dust that's causing the issue. And those are super common fixes, so hopefully those work. If that doesn't help you out, move on to fix number 3, which is to try a different game cartridge. Now, I actually just filmed the video on the Nintendo 64 bundle that I got with 5 games. So this is one of them, and the other 4 games are out there. I should have brought more of them back in for this video, but I leave my props sort of out of the way when I'm done with the video that uses them, so I don't get mixed up, so I can keep my momentum going. But anyways, let's say this game wasn't working. Try a different game cartridge. Hopefully you have another one, and if not, maybe borrow one from someone else. And if not, go into a video game store and honestly just ask them nicely, like, can you literally try a different game cartridge in my N64 because it's not working? If you're loyal to that store and you go to that store to buy your video games, they'll probably happily do it for you. It'll just take a moment. Or you can bring your cartridge in and say, try this on your N64, tell me if it works. Most of the time, and then that'll tell you that the cartridge itself is fine, right? Most of the time they'll happily do it as long as you shop there sometimes, okay? Honestly, every time I've gone into a video game store and I've asked a question like that, even if I'm not buying anything that moment, as long as I shop there from time to time and they know me and they see my name and that I bought some games there, they'll happily help out because it's a passion when you work at a video game store most of the time. For the most part. Okay. Anyways, so try a different cartridge. That is number 3. Number 4, fix number 4, is to clean the cartridge properly. There are ways to clean a Nintendo 64 cartridge. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but clean the cartridge properly. I'll do a separate video on that. But look up how to clean the cartridge. There's a couple methods. And clean the connectors on the cartridge. Sometimes they're just super dirty and, it works intermittently. So if you clean it, it's going to work consistently. So keep that in mind, okay? So if that doesn't help you out, then move on to fix number 5, which is actually to clean the cartridge slot on the system properly. Once again, there are a few different ways and kits that you can sort of use to clean this. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but look it up and clean the cartridge slot. It's good practice anyways to clean your games on your cartridge slot. Like whenever I get a game, before I sort of store it away, I try to clean it as much as I can. Sometimes that involves just cleaning off a mark on it. Sometimes it's taking a sticker off it. Sometimes it's cleaning the connectors, the pins. It all depends, but it's good practice to clean your games, once every while. So whenever I get a game, a used game, I'll just clean it before I put it away, and then I probably won't have to clean it for another 10 to 20 years. So just always keep that in mind, okay? If that doesn't help you, move on to fix number 6. We're not trying to rhyme all the time, but we do from time to time. We say a couple of rhymes. Anyways, listen, I'm not going to sit here and rap, okay? We're not going to rap. Just like my pap, as in like my dad, my papa. Anyways, that absolutely makes no sense, I'm sorry. Just going a little bit off the handle here. We're going a little bit crazy in this video. That's right, baby, we're crazy. We're crazy. We got crazy hair? No, we don't. No hair. Anyways, back to business, okay? Sorry, I literally sounded crazy there. back to my calm, collected, loud, regular self. So number 6 is ensure that the cartridge is seated in the game slot fully and properly. If sometimes you put in a cartridge like this, you're like, okay, here, we're good to go. No, you're not. You're not, okay? Make sure it's fully in there. Make sure it's clean, dust-free, and fully in there. You're gonna feel it hit the bottom of the travel distance, right? I can push it in here a little bit, but when you feel it, when you can't go in anymore on the N64, that is big. We rhymed again. When you can't go in anymore on the N64, that's how you know the cartridge is in there properly. So make sure it's seated properly. Last but not least, if you still don't have a solution, you're gonna have to dig deeper. You're gonna have to bring it to a professional, or dig deeper. Like, you're gonna have to consider maybe looking internally into the system itself, the motherboard, whatever it's called, the PC board. I'm not even sure what it's called. But you're gonna have to just dig deeper, bring it to a professional, look up some bigger solutions online with regards to next level fixes. But those are like the easy fixes you can try out. But that's truly it. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.